Welcome to a night of productivity that's not going to be about finishing my devotional because it's already done.
Yay!
Also, for the first time ever, this is just a proof copy, but
It's here!
it has arrived.
Wow!
So it is. I hit the publish button late last night after I checked this all over and everything, but it's gonna take possibly up to 72 hours for it to actually be available for purchase.
Oh, okay. So if I were to search it now, I wouldn't see it, or would it be like
right? It would not be. It would not show up yet.
Okay. No, do it as much. Well, cool. As soon as it is available to purchase, I cannot wait to see it.
I should at some point get an email from Amazon saying that it's available, and then I will immediately be sharing links because
Wonderful.
at the very least we've got a cover reveal.
It's beautiful. Did
That
everything?
cover,
Ooh! Did all the text land where you expected?
I believe so. It looks right to me.
Good.
Is the spine?
Wow, that came out so well.
And then the inside is beautiful.
Oh, yes.
I'm so excited. And it has that nice new book smell.
Oh, beautiful.
By the way, to anyone watching, I am sorry if I just start coughing up a lung. I am getting over a ridiculous cold, and I'm going to have a lingering cough for probably a month. But yeah. So I will be attempting to mitigate that somehow with, like, I might grab my inhaler or something because it's really annoying. Oh. Welcome.
Welcome.
Is this your first time here? Excuse me.
Yeah, well, I hope that starts to clear up soon. The cough is sometimes the worst part.
I know, it's always annoying, and then that makes me lose my voice, which then that's a lingering side effect of the cough. It's so annoying. Oh, well, we are very glad to have you. I do productivity stream. Words. Can you tell I'm a writer? I do productivity sprints every Monday with Heidi here, and many of them are writing related. For this past month or two, I've been very focused on finishing my first book and getting it ready for publishing. So now it's kind of I'm a blank slate. I can work on whatever. I have no plans. Yeah. So Heidi, you want to introduce yourself?
Yes. Yeah, so I often join Amanda for these productivity streams, and my projects have some similarities. I also work on writing projects from time to time, but like anyone, life gets busy. A lot of it works out to be just household chores that I fit in. I also do sewing as a side business in addition to my editorial work. So that kind of ebbs and flows depending on the season. Usually around prom season, wedding season, I get a little bit busier. Right now I've got a couple of projects I might work on today, but the bulk of it is just going to be regular household cleaning, getting caught up on things, and then relaxing once I get finished with that.
Gotcha. Thank you so much. Are you a writer as well? You just like to hang out for productivity streams, or are you working on something? For tonight, I know I need to work on cleaning the kitchen because that needs done. And there's a couple other things I need to clean, like it's time to get the bathroom counters done again. But other than that, I've got to think about what I want to get done. So I do need to at least have one sprint where I get myself a bowl of ice cream, because that is now the official reward on this channel for doing the thing. And I publish my book, so I get ice cream.
Wonderful.
Ooh, you write cozies. Drafting your holiday cozy. Very nice.
Yeah, so I've got a number of projects that I want to work on today. I have my reading that I need to complete today. I have like a stack of reading that I have to get through. Some sewing. Ideally, I finish the dress that I've been working on. It's almost there. I was very, very, very close, and then I realized it's a little bit tight, so I got to make some adjustments to that. I just kind of eyeballed it off another dress I had that I liked the size of, and of course, it's turning out nothing like that dress. But as long as it fits and it is a dress, at this point, I will accept that. I'm not really good at drafting my own patterns yet, but I'm trying to learn. So if I do succeed at that on one of my sprints, I will wear it for the rest of the productivity stream.
Ooh, that's exciting. Nice little like self-motivating like reward thing.
There's something to show for it. My other things, I have like a ginormous stack of laundry. You can probably even see the top of it there behind me, because unfortunately it is very big. So I plan to make it through that entire stack of laundry, put everything away. And finally, I have been inspired by your work, Amanda, on doing some writing, and I have decided to open up one of my many back burner projects and get it going again. So yeah,
nice. Awesome. Let's see. We've got a newbie coming in. Popping in for some company while I edit book 2 in my romantic fantasy novel this evening. Very nice.
Fantastic.
Is the first one published already? Is it self-published, or have we heard of it? Can we look it up? And hello. Oop. How are you tonight? Need to work on some writing tonight. We will be getting some sprints in. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get my screen ready to go here. We do 25-minute sprints here. If anyone has a request for a longer or shorter sprint, they're welcome to make that request in the chat. This is just kind of what I do as a default because it's easier and I don't have to think about it.
Yeah.
And it also tends to be a pretty good length for my attention span. The first is indie published called Smoke and Light. Interesting. Shadow and Bone, Show Me Royalty vs. Rebels, Elemental Magic, Secrets and Lies, Save Chance Romance. I've definitely heard of some of those. I don't think I've read any of them, but I've read some of like the descriptions of them. So that kind of gives me an idea. Like, yeah, very nice.
Yeah, sounds fascinating.
I would love to get one of my fiction works published. That is currently a long way off. If you popped in after I've said, I just published my first book, but it's a devotional, very different from my usual writing style. But I was inspired and it was a quick project and I got to publish something. So I'm still very proud of it.
Yeah. And also like having a complete project behind you makes it a lot easier to keep doing more projects. So.
Yeah, for sure. Same here. I am getting over a ridiculous cold, hence the yeah. So I think it's going around. It's hitting everybody. It is called More Than Rubies, 30 Days of Meditations on the Proverbs 31 Woman. It is not yet available for sale. I just submitted it to KDP last night, and it should, within the next couple days, be available. So I can start linking it once that happens. So by next Monday, fingers crossed, I should be able to share the link. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with our first sprint. I'm going to be starting with trying to clean the kitchen and trying to time it right so that I can get myself a bowl of ice cream to enjoy during the next chat session.
Ooh,
so I'm going to have to time that out.
I'm going to conquer this mountain of laundry, and if by wonderful chance I happen to finish said mountain of laundry, I'm going to start my next sprint thing to hopefully chop some time off of the time it will take me to finish making the dress, because it always takes longer than you think.
And it always does.
Yeah.
Those things always taste longer. They taste take longer.
I think you need your ice cream. I think you're longing for that ice cream.
Yep, I've just got ice cream on the brain. Let's go. All right. First sprint in 3, 2, 1. Okay, time is up. How did we do?
I feel like it went exactly as I hoped it would go. So, yay.
Nice. I got most of the kitchen done and got myself some ice cream.
Yay! I have, let's see. Oh, yeah, got 2 options here. Brain. Oh, yeah, so I went and I did my entire stack of laundry as planned. Yay. I hemmed the sleeves of the dress, so progress. I found a couple things I need to repair though, so it's a little backward progress. And I picked one of 2 zippers for the dress.
Uh-huh.
So it doesn't look like much here, but yeah.
But yes, they are in fact zippers.
Yes. So I'm either going to do a 12-inch zipper or a 7-inch zipper because those are the 2 options I have in the correct color.
Okay.
There's a lot of room in between the 2. So if I can make the 7-inch work, great. But if I need to do all 12 inches, why not?
Yeah. Although you could use the 12-inch and then sew it, tack it off at some point.
Yeah. I always feel a
kinda
little
make
bit
it better.
odd doing that, but if it's an inch or 2, it's worth it rather than try to look for an odd length that they don't sell or you have to pay an arm and a leg to find.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty good. All in all, pleased with how things went.
Laundry's finishing in the dryer. I'm not looking forward to folding and putting away. That is the worst part of laundry. It's the only part of laundry that you actually have to do.
Yeah.
So therefore, it's why do I have to do this? The rest is automated. It's 2026, guys. Figure it out.
Yeah, I feel like it should be standard. We haven't made progress since the 50s. We had a washer and a dryer. We should have a folder and a putter awayer by now. Machines for those
Honestly,
things.
yeah.
How much more expensive can it be to make a third machine and to just have standard laundry rooms that are built for that third machine to be there
Right.
too?
Ice cream.
Oh yes.
Cookie dough ice cream.
Ooh.
The best kind. It went slow for me. 167 words. Hey, words are words.
There we are.
I have definitely had sprints like that.
Yeah, definitely. I've spent a whole sprint on research before. So, you've got some words down. That's great.
Yeah. I got a page or so into my chapter. Having fun with this one. Arguments between characters make me oddly happy. Haha. See, Heidi, you guys should have a conversation.
Yeah,
That's what you
I
struggle with.
that. Yeah, I really need to work on that because I'm but I like my characters. I want them to be happy. And so the argument's over too quickly. It's wait, they're supposed to still be arguing. Writing slow burn romance, enemies to lovers, slow burn romance is so hard because I just cannot make them angry at each other for so long before you know it, they secretly have a crush on the other person. It's wait, they can't have a crush on them yet. They have to hate them at this point.
No, see, what you got to do is they have a crush, but they don't realize they have a crush, and they're in denial.
That's better.
Yeah. You gotta feed the anger. How dare they make me like them? No.
All right.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah. So it is easier to make them argue. Definitely deserves it. So
for sure.
Completely fair.
It's been so long since I've actually written any fiction that I'm just I don't know. I have no stories in my brain. I guess that isn't entirely true. I have some ideas, but when I go to sit down and write it, it's just somewhere else. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, it's always harder to make the two that are supposed to not be fighting fight. My goodness.
Yeah. It's the struggle too between if you give them something to fight over, you have to write it in such a way that your reader doesn't also hate the character. They're still rooting for them to get together at the end.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fine balance that I have not mastered yet, but someday.
Yeah. I feel like for me, it's got to be kind of outlined when they're supposed to hit certain beats in the relationship so that I know what I'm aiming for with each scene.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it can just kind of run away from you. Whenever I do like a full pantsing it and not have any kind of outline, my whole story is over in like the first 100 words, and it's like, well, the end. Not really that fast, but you know, that's exaggeration. So yeah, having some sort of outline for like, okay, this is the point at which the big fight happens, and then this is the point at which they make up, and you know, here's the ups and downs in between. And so that way when you're writing along, you can be like, if it starts to get away from you, like, oh wait, the scene has to end here. Love phone notes for that sort of thing. Yeah, I just the other day wrote a random snippet down of an idea and then compile them into an outline later. Yep. Well, the end. Way to sign up. Yeah. Absolutely. I have so many books started that went absolutely nowhere. I have a couple of drafts that actually got to full novel length, but are really bad. So it's like I have some material to work with. I just don't have the brain power and the follow through to like turn it into something right now.
I'm in the exact same boat right now. I can immediately think of a couple of things I need to finish. Yeah. It has crossed my mind that one or two of them could be combined and save myself some work, because then if it becomes a project of just editing, because like I edit for work, so like I do some writing for work, but most of my job is editing. So like editing, like I can just knuckle down and do it because I'm used to having to do that on the job. But when I'm generating like new writing, I'm like, oh, it's got to be perfect. Like I'll talk myself out of it because I have this great idea in my head. And like I used to this, I don't know if this is a normal thing or it's just a weird thing, but when I was falling asleep at night when I was younger, I used to tell myself stories to fall asleep, and that's how I would wind down. But it would be like in my head, so I would just think them out in my head rather than saying them, because like I mean I couldn't keep my sister awake all night. Sometimes I tell her stories, but yeah, it doesn't work after a point. So I would tell myself stories in my head, and every night, like it'd only get to a certain point, and I get kind of frustrated. I was like, no, it needs to be this way, and rewrite it. And like, so I never got past like the first couple of plot points, and it was so frustrating.
Yeah, yes. I definitely have been there. I don't I wouldn't tell it to myself in story form, but I would imagine these scenarios that I would try to like bend to my will, but they would always run away from me, and I would get distracted really easily. And then I'd be like, wait a minute, why am I having some random conversation with somebody in my mind? Like, get back to the story. I was getting, I was meeting Zac Efron, like, or whatever at the time.
Yeah. I would
in the end, I end up like stuck on some tangent where I'm the star of a cooking show because I happened to be making food at the time, and it's like, oh yes, and now I'm going to add.
Oh, it reminds me of a random dream that I had in the recent past, probably just a month ago. And a dream that I was like out going on a walk, just walking through the neighborhood as one does, and there's this older guy, like really grumpy guy, just sitting in his garden as he did every day. And for some reason, it just struck me like, all right, this is my grumpy neighbor. I'm going to befriend him today. So I walk into his yard, and I'm helping him clear out his yard and plant some vegetables, clear out the ground so he can start a garden again. And it comes to light that like he used to do this all the time. And he's like really happy, and he's starting to cheer up while we're talking about gardens. I was like, oh, this is cool. It's great. And at the very end, like I realized, oh, I didn't ask his name. And so we like exchanged names. And I can't for the life of me remember what his name was now. And it definitely didn't correlate to anything in real life. But in the dream, it clicked instantly like, wow, he's like the star of a gardening show that got shut down like a decade ago. No wonder he's grumpy about gardens. Like he had just quit gardening after his show got shut down and stopped doing it altogether. And so brought back some life and joy into his life by gardening again for fun.
Wow.
That's what it reminded me of. It's just super random. It's not something I really think about. I don't watch gardening shows, so I wouldn't even know
See,
who the gardening people are.
I feel like if it was my dream, it would end with, because I was nice to him, he ends up leaving everything in his will to me.
That could be cool.
I feel like there's a novel in there somewhere.
Yes, definitely. You start the gardening show for him, and now you're the gardening show person because of him.
Okay, you get the stuff in the will, but only if you do the gardening show.
Ooh.
And the co-host of the gardening show is this guy who's a jerk, but then you end up falling in love and getting married.
Ooh. No, there's a novel
there's
right
the book.
There. Love it.
That's how all those go, right?
Yeah, it was part of a 5-part crazy dream I had that night. That it was one of the fun ones. The other fun but not fun one was losing control of a truck in a parking lot. Like I was trying to drive a truck with a trailer on it, and the gear shift knob slipped off and it was stuck in like go. And for whatever reason, like I either didn't think to use the brake or it didn't work, but like I was just trying to shift it back into park and it wasn't going back into park. I remember just like hanging on to the steering wheel and just like sort of hanging out of the truck and screaming for help as it was just like sliding by.
No.
It was terrible. It was a terrible dream. So the gardening show one like came after this one, and that's why I loved that gardening show dream so much, because it was a welcome, blessed relief after that terrifying dream with the truck.
Yeah. See, my dreams are always like I'm running away from something, but then my legs don't work. Like they just move wildly in any direction, and I can't make them run. All right. Should probably get going on another sprint if we're gonna at all be productive.
All right.
So,
put this zipper to use for my next sprint.
Yes. I am going to try and finish the kitchen and my ice cream before it melts. And then we will see after that if I finish. My guess is I probably won't finish, but if I do, then I will move on to more cleaning.
I seriously doubt I will finish the dress in this one sprint, but in the event that I do, I'm going to move right along to my next project, which is reading, because I kind of have a stack to get through.
All right. Let's go ahead and get started with our second sprint in 3, 2, 1. I'm back.
Oh,
Time ran away from me, and I had like one dish left, so I really wanted to finish it.
very nearly happened to me too. 7 minutes before the timer went off, or not 7 minutes, 7 seconds before the timer went off.
I was going to say 7 minutes. That is not even close.
Yeah, no. But I did not finish the rest yet. I'm getting really close. I got the zipper like 1/3 of the way sewn on, which like zippers, they'd be like that.
Zippers are the worst.
Yeah, and I'm almost out of the color of thread, so I'm having to make decisions and stuff. So
yes.
it'll be okay. But yeah, it's getting there. And then like the zipper, and I need to fix like one little thing about the sleeves. Then I need to find some way that the place where the sleeve attaches to the dress does not unravel. Yeah, and if I can accomplish those 3 things, it will be done.
Awesome. Well, I finished the kitchen, which I was not expecting to, so that was exciting. Which means my next sprint, I can take care of all the rest of my cleaning, which is just basically cleaning off the bathroom counter and the changing table in my daughter's room.
All right.
And after that, I get to work on whatever, which is a crazy thought to me.
I've got a Brie in my chair right now, a little cat sitting on the floor.
Dress to X. If you
yeah. Yes. That
You've
gives me extra motivation to finish it too, because I've been putting all of this build up to like it's almost done. It's one more thing, 2 more things. So
yes, that's been my book for the past like 2 months.
Oh yeah,
I've had it finished since when was it that we actually finished like all the edits and everything? It was like almost a month ago now, but it's been formatting and the cover and all of that nightmare that took the rest of the time. Because it's like everything every single night we would start the sprints and I'd be like, it's gonna happen tonight, all we have to do is this and then it'll be done, and then we get that done and it's like, oh wait, but actually then there's all we have to do is this, but there's not enough time tonight, we'll do that next week, and then the next week we try, and then it's like, yes, all we have to do is this, and then we finish that, and then it's like, oh, that's not all we have to do, there's the whole other part. And then the last time happened last week when it's like, yes, it's finished, it's all fully submitted, now I just have to push publish, and then I get to that page and it's like order a proof copy, and it's like, oh, I really should. I can't just publish
you did.
Now
you have it in hand, and now it's peace of mind. So like you know that it's good. So
yeah,
like it would be scary if you had pressed publish and then you had to go through the process of doing a whole new ISBN for a new version and stuff like that.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm very excited. I finished editing that chapter. It's such a good argument. That's awesome.
All right. Yes.
174 words. Goal for tonight is 500. Oh, and these are bonus words because you don't normally write on Monday. So yeah. So all of this is just extra credit.
There you go. Yeah.
I am so excited to not have a specific goal in mind for one of these.
Yes, like, the relief to be free.
Yes. It's like, it was fun having a project that I was working towards, and it was exciting getting closer and closer to like, oh yes, we're going to be able to publish it now. But also I haven't been able to work on anything else.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So let's just, since I'm already excited and getting ahead of myself for the next sprint, let's just do this last cleaning sprint for me so I can get that out of my mind. chances are I won't need the whole sprint to get that done. And so when I come back, I will start making myself a plan for what I'm going to work on.
All right, fantastic. It's the dress again for me. I will say that I think I can do it this time. I don't think I'm being unrealistic. I think I can do it this time.
Yes, I believe in you.
Yay.
Okay, let's. Oops, lose track of my buttons. Here we go. Another problem with sewing.
I will have to say for all this building something, it's not like a ball gown or anything like really, really fancy. It's a basic dress, but I just really like the pattern. So
But hey, a dress is a dress.
yeah.
I'm gonna start editing another chapter. See how
All
far you
right.
get. We've got this. All right.
Yeah, best of luck to everyone.
We will go ahead and start in 3, 2, 1. Time is up. Oh, camera. How did we do?
Well, let us see. Let's see.
Oh, here, let me
Give it a little more length here. There we go. Yeah. So, yeah, this is the dress.
Very nice.
It has like, I tried to copy it off something else initially, but sleeves came out a little bit different. But honestly, I love it because now I have like full arm flexibility, like a lot of dresses that you sort of constrict the arm where it can go. This is like a whole span. So
very nice.
The zipper in the back that I installed, which is like, I don't think you can see it here though because of all the flower patterns, but yeah. Lots of people put this one together.
All right. Well, I got all my cleaning done and I came back and still trying to decide what to work on. But I'm kind of thinking what I might do is work on querying more children's children's lit agents.
Yeah.
For my children's book, because I kind of let that go for a while I was doing my devotional. So time, yes, basic dresses, just as fun and impressive.
Oh, well, thank you.
I've made a few dresses, but really only out of like desperation, because it'll be like a Ren Fair costume or something that I waited until the last minute for, and it's like, wait, I need a dress. I need to make it. I have 3 days. Guess I'm making a gown from curtains and tablecloth.
Classic, like movie Enchanted, where she cuts it out of the curtains, and there's this
yes, that's definitely the vibe, except for a little more chaos and less animal help.
Yeah.
Very cute.
Oh, thank you.
A page or so into the next chapter, lots of action. Aha.
Oh, fantastic.
Even snappier. I would love to get to the point where I'm editing. I just need a draft. I need something to be done.
Oh.
But yes, I've got some stuff to do for querying. I know somewhere I've got a window open of like a ton of agents that I was in the middle of researching back when I was actually doing that. And so now I've got to go and look at where I left off.
All right.
But yeah, I think maybe I'll make it my goal tonight to send at least one query, potentially more, depending on how much time it takes and how much time I want to put into it. If I end up, having time to do multiple, then I'll do that. But then if it takes long enough that it starts driving me crazy, then I'll end up switching to something else. But I would love to get that published.
Yeah.
Because it's just sitting there done and ready to publish. And that one I can't publish myself. For the new people here, I wrote a children's book. A friend did the illustrations, and it's meant to be a baby board book.
Oh.
And unfortunately those are extremely expensive to print because they have like specialty machine for like cutting the cardboard or the whatever the board for the book, and so it's really not what's the word I'm looking for? Price effective or whatever, to self-publish, because you've got to pay upfront like thousands of dollars for a print run, for like the minimum size print run. It's not like on Amazon where you can just upload it, say I want to sell it for this price, and then they print on demand. So Yeah. Really would like that to get picked up. I've sent 5 queries so far and gotten, I think, 3 actual rejections. They were very nicely written rejections, like
Yeah.
basically saying it's just not for me, but somebody else is going to love it. Go, keep querying kind of a thing. So it was like a nice rejection. It wasn't like a
Yeah.
hard pass kind of, it's bad. Stop
That's
writing.
fair. Well, some of them, like if they're really fair and nice, they'll say, "Yeah, sorry, you need to work on this, this, and that." Like they'll give you some pointers on your
Yeah,
writing.
it's a revise and resubmit.
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll do that. This was not the case. I think it was just not really the genre they were trying to sell, which
Okay.
makes sense. Children's lit is a huge category, and you've got everywhere from, baby board books like I've got to like chapter books, and you've got, mid-grade fantasy, adventure, whatever. So there's like a huge range. And then even within picture books, you've got a wide range of what they could be looking for. And so going specifically for a baby board book is such a niche category that it's going to be kind of hard to find somebody who's wanting to represent that. But it's kind of my only chance to get this thing published, unless I, save up enough to fund a print run or run a Kickstarter or something like that, which I don't have a whole lot of faith in a Kickstarter at this point. Being,
it's a lot of investment, yeah,
it's a lot of time investment, and it's a kind of, it's all just kind of effort-wise sunk cost if it doesn't get funded, because then all that money does not get sent to me. Plus, I have to earn so much more than what the print run would actually cost, because Kickstarter takes a percentage. So it's like I've got to earn some, like it's got to be set at like $4,000 or something for a minimum print run. Let's see, where am I looking at? Editing for about 5 years straight. Wow. Drafted trilogy first and started edits. Wow.
Wow, yeah. It's dedication.
157 words brings you to a total of 528. That is awesome. Right. Didn't you say your goal is 500? So you made your goal.
Woohoo. Nice job.
Yay. Aha. Kitty.
Yeah, so this is Havarti. I named my cats after cheeses. My other cat is somewhere else in this room right now, but this one is my 9-month-old kitty, Havarti. Yeah, he's my new little shelter kitty. He's sweetheart, affectionate. But he was screaming to be picked up just now, so I obviously picked him up.
Well, hopping off here. Have a great night. Thank you for joining us. Going to read somebody else's words for a bit. That sounds like fun.
Enjoy.
Good night. Enjoy your reading. Yes, Havarti. 10 out of 10 would snuggle.
It was funny. I went to the shelter. Very little was known about him, but there were just 2 words: very affectionate. That's all that was known about him on his adoption card. So it's like, well, that works for me. And sure enough, like we opened the cage and he walked right out onto my shoulders and started making biscuits and being all affectionate. Like there never was false advertising used. He was absolutely like they said.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. All right. Okay. Let's get another sprint started. This one, I am going to, I guess, start researching agents. We'll see how far I get. Never had a cat, but I think I might get one day. I would love to get a cat, but I'm very allergic.
Oh. Yeah, cats are pretty great. very satisfied. But yeah, there's a lot of people in my life that are allergic to cats, so to tread that one carefully when I have them over. Vacuum very thoroughly.
Yeah. All right. We will get going with a sprint in 3, 2, 1. And time is up. Howdy with you.
I'm just gonna be real. I didn't get a lot of productivity done, but I heard sounds from downstairs of people singing my favorite songs without me. Apparently,
no!
my roommates decided it's karaoke night and they're singing all the songs from my favorite show. So I was like, well, forget productivity. Doing 25 minutes of singing.
There you go.
So it was fun.
I did some research into my list of agents and found one that I'm ready to query. And I'm doing a bit more research on her, making a list of things she's looking for and finding like past interviews and stuff, trying to do my research before I just send in a message, because the agency website that she's on doesn't have very much information about her, what she's looking for. It's very vague. So trying to send like a personalized letter is a challenge.
Oh wow. Yeah, it sounds like you've definitely done your research.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm working on it. For whatever reason, the main website that she's on is not wanting to load. So that's fantastic. I'll have to see if there's a different way I can get this thing to open. But yeah.
Awesome.
Hoping to at least send one. But yeah, it is definitely a lot of work to do this, because it's like I have a generic like letter that I've written, and all I really have to do is like plug in different things and tweak stuff to personalize to each person. It's like kind of like sending a resume or a cover letter or something. You kind of just you have your base and then you tweak it depending on where you're applying. But because it's like this is your one shot at representing your work and making it look as appealing as possible, and also like you're going to be a good person to work with and they're not going to have any issues with working with you and stuff like that. It's like you kind of want everything to be perfect. So I'm doing a lot of research before sending anything.
Yeah, that's very reasonable.
Got about a third of the way through the chapter you're working on and grabbed a little late night snack. Aha. Hello, Palebuni. Welcome. It's been a while.
Had quite a productive time so far, so.
Yeah. Oh, and Palebuni, I've done it. I've published a thing. Finally.
It's an important milestone.
I know. I'm really glad that I was able to do it. And just in time because, well, yes, I did start the evening with some ice cream to celebrate.
Well deserved.
Yes. What was I saying? I just lost my train of thought.
I lost it too. But it wasn't that. So
Thank you. Thank you. You can thank Heidi for that, because she did a fantastic job of helping me with this cover.
no, thanks.
It's very pretty. Oh, and Heidi, your name is in there too.
Aw.
For helping me with the cover. That's right. Right there. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Thank you. Oh, nice.
You're famous now. Because that's how fame works. Also, I apologize. I'm coughing up a lung today, but that's how it is. It's cold season. Everybody's had it now, and I'm the last one in the house to have it, and it, of course, hit me harder than everyone else. So,
Aw.
woo. Woo. So yeah, we are getting back into normal productivity that is not devotional related. And for me, that means I'm going back to querying my children's book because I would love to have another thing wrapped up and taken care of. Be my second finished and published project. That one is a little bit more dependent on other people, though, so that's why I'm really trying to do my research about who I'm querying and trying to get that on the market. Excuse me. All right. Stretch my back.
I'm trying to see where I'm at. I'm looking here at what I had planned for projects, and it looks like I go with the plan that I had in mind all along. I've done the things that I really need to do. So I am now free if I would like to use my last productivity sessions of the day to be productive in the playing of a game.
Oh, what game?
So I have been obsessed with Tomodachi Life of late for the Switch edition. It's like a life sim type thing. You have a little island full of people that can interact. So I have made characters from most of my favorite shows, and they're interacting with one another and dating one another and marrying one another. And there are two children on the island already. It's like, yay!
All right. For my next sprint, I am going to be actually sending this this query letter and like writing it out and everything using the research that I've done. And yeah, hopefully it's just going to be miraculous and she's going to read this tomorrow and be like, yes, let's publish you. And then I'll instant millionaire, you know. Not quite probably how that's going to work out, but I can hope.
Instant thousandaire, not if not million. I don't know.
Right,
I don't know what the other word is. I know millionaire and billionaire.
Right, a trillionaire. Yeah, I can't even imagine having that much money. Like, already being a billionaire is so much money that I could not spend it all. Like, I know I've done the math before, but I need to look at this again. Let me pull up my calculator. Is $1 billion. Let's see, that's 1 billion divided by what? Let's see. What should we say is a comfortable, like, middle class annual salary for one person?
I am not good with numbers.
I'm gonna go high because I feel like people could probably live comfortably on less, but let's just say 100,000 because that's a nice even round number. How about 10,000 years of a comfortable salary? That's $1 billion. 10,000 years.
At that point, I would just be like, I would make sure like all my needs were saved for properly, and then like the needs of my family and like descendants and such for like a generation or two. Like I'd set enough money aside for like reasonable stuff. Then I'd put the
and then
rest.
you can save like a few million or something in the bank to generate enough interest to kind of be an income.
I would do that, and then I would use the rest of the money to start a business, and then I would just like hire people and be a very generous employer. I think that would be. I feel like that would be better than just donating all to charity because you can't always pick how they spend it. Like they might spend it on like making T-shirts for other people that donate. You don't know what they're going to do with it, but
That's
like you know what you do with it if you use it for something. And I'm like, there's lots of people that there's lots of people
unless
that
you just like fund charity projects.
yeah,
So it's like they come to like different charities come to you and you fund their
yeah,
stuff. Like that would be cool.
and be like, yes, I will help you build this house, but I will not help you build this bouncy house because the bouncy house won't last. I don't know. Silly
Right.
example, but yeah. I know there's a lot of questions. I'm not exactly sure what I would do with $1 billion, but I mean, there's lots of possibilities.
Oh yeah. You know how many times in the last like probably decade, but even more so in the last, 2 years or so, I've thought about what would I do if somebody just handed me $1 million right now? What would I do if somebody just handed me $100,000? That would be everything for me right now. Like that would just change the whole landscape of my life.
It would
And
also, not to be negative, but it would also put one in a completely different tax bracket.
well, yes.
But yeah, that aside.
But like, I feel like if I was to get that amount of money, I would number one, because yes, the taxes, not know what to do, like how much of it I'm allowed to spend, because it's like, how much of this am I going to be owing somebody? So I would wait for the year to roll over before doing anything with it, then pay off the house, and then quit my job because right now I'm making less money at my job than the mortgage is.
Oh.
So it's like I have to keep my job because obviously we have to be able to afford the bills and everything. But I would love to not have a job and just live on one income like it's, the 90s. But yeah, it's the only thing standing in between me and joblessness and living freely with my hobbies and everything is the mortgage. So yeah, that's why I'm really pushing all the side projects right now. It's like I'm just gonna go all in, try to make any kind of passive income would be nice.
Yeah.
The more we can put towards the mortgage, the faster we can pay it down, and then the sooner I can get to retirement. Anyway, that was a tangent. I almost said a tandem. That's not what that word means.
I think if I had $1 billion, I would buy like an entire apartment building, and then I could make sure that all my friends have places to live, and they will never have to worry about where they're going to rent, or like everything is so far from where we want to be, so they can all be close by. Yeah, I mean, it would probably be fun. I'm being idealistic though, but it would probably be fun for all of like a few months until a fight broke out between some of the friends, and then like
yeah, that's true. It's always tough,
yeah,
business and friendship kind of going together because you've got the issue of like, are you expecting them to pay rent, and what happens if they stop paying rent, and what happens when they're bad tenants and they're just trashing your apartment that you then have to pay for the repairs, and
yeah,
it's a lot of stuff that goes into that.
Yep, all of the things.
Yeah.
I would buy the company, and then the company could handle the hard stuff for me.
There you go.
And I could charge them like $50 rent or something. It's just enough to make sure that like they have a rental history if they ever need to rent elsewhere.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Shall we get started on another sprint?
All right, let's do it.
Okay. see if I can get this query sent. In 3, 2, 1. All right. Time is up.
All right.
Get this to. There we go. My
Got
light turned off. I'm gonna have to turn that on real quick. Much better.
All right. Thanks.
I ended up sending one query and found one other person that I would like to query. So, doing some more research on the new person.
Fantastic.
It's also, part of the research is not just like each agent's preferences and like to try and send a personalized letter, but different agencies have different submission guidelines. Some people, they have these specific rules, like you can't query multiple agents at the same agency. Some say, you can't at all. Some say as long as you get a rejection from one, you can, query another agent. So it's like you've got to find all their rules before you send anything.
Yeah, that's kind of a pain to have to go through all that, but worth it once you've done it. But
yeah, for sure. Let's see, got about halfway through that chapter. I guess I'm heading out to bed. Makes sense. It is getting late. It's like 11 o'clock here. And you are welcome. Thank you for joining us. I was glad to see a new friend in chat.
Nice to meet you as well. I'm going to check out your book. Sounds very interesting.
My goodness. But yeah. That was my sprint.
That's fantastic. Yeah, I dabbled in a couple of different things. I read, I put a couple of things away. I caught my roommate singing my favorite song without me. Always when I walk out of the room, some karaoke night, like the instant I walk out, they start singing my favorite song. So I asked them to replay it. And together.
Yes.
As it was meant to be.
How dare they choose productivity night for their karaoke party?
Well, it's still pretty productive for impromptu karaoke night, so.
Yeah. Hey, you finished the project you set out to do.
Yeah, that's what counts.
Which means by the rules of the stream, you deserve ice cream. So
it's true, and I didn't get ice cream, so I guess the karaoke was the next thing. There is ice cream, but now it's like 11. I'm like, if I have ice cream now, I mean, it would be bad, but also, I'm going to be outside if I have ice cream now. So,
yeah, that's fair enough. Well, I should probably not stay up too much longer because I've got work in the morning and taking a half day off for an appointment, so I have less time to do the same amount of work.
Oh no.
But yeah, this is the appointment that I should hopefully be getting my ADHD meds.
All right, nice.
Which means even more productivity with less distraction. Which that will be very nice. Hoping that, that works and doesn't have any crazy side effects for me.
Yeah, that'll be great.
Thank goodness.
I was talking with friends about how next time I take PTO, because I've been saving it for a little while. And it's like next time I take it, I'm saving it for like when season 2 of my favorite show comes out. It's like I'm just gonna take a day off and binge it or something. Like that.
Yeah.
I feel at this point it would be very justified because I've been not taking PTO for like a little while now. Just life be life. It's not even that like it's not that I don't want to, it's just I have a hard time using it on things that feel like a waste of time. Like I don't want to take it and just like do like one fun thing and then the rest of the day I could have been working and not had to have taken PTO. So it's like
Yeah.
I'll sometimes arrange to take like a few hours of PTO because like that's what I need and then just like work the rest of the day. But then it doesn't feel like PTO because you still had to work that day.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm not very good at taking time off. I just like to work. I like what I do. I feel great when I feel productive. But now and then, you just have to do it. Otherwise, you burn out.
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely not great at taking PTO, but also I've got a daughter who needs a lot of medical stuff and like appointments. So I end up taking like a half day off here and there for those when they pop up. So I want to have like them stockpiled. But then
Yeah.
I get towards the end of the year and it's like, well, I have all this PTO left. Maybe I should use some.
It's a good point. Yes. Go
Yeah,
to.
I have. So I also have 3 health and wellness days, which are like separate from the PTO.
Oh, that's
And
great.
because the PTO, like they need a certain amount of, um, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like warning.
Oh yeah, they like to know what 2 weeks in advance or something.
Yeah. Um, I don't know that it's 2 weeks because like I've definitely done it where it's like
Okay.
the following week or it's like, oh, this appointment just came up, it's in 2 days, like can I get this time off? It is like as long as you check with them first, it's
Yeah,
like
that's fair. But
they
it's not
can.
necessarily guaranteed it will be off if it's like really close to the time or something. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But with that means like if you get sick and it's unexpected, then it's an unexcused day off because it's unscheduled.
Mm.
um but that's why they give you 3 health and wellness days. So it's like if you wake up feeling sick, you would use one health and wellness day, but you could like take off a day or regular PTO for the following day and then do that each day as like so you don't have to use all of your health and wellness days for one illness.
It's different than when I worked there because, like, I'm pretty sure it was more like you're given a certain number of days off, and it's a combined sick and PTO policy. So just don't take all of them for PTO unless you plan to work through all of your sicknesses. So yeah,
Right.
but unfortunately, what I did, because that's a type of policy that does not work well for someone like me, because I'm the type of person that will then go and work through having COVID because I don't want to take away one of my precious potential PTO days. And you know what happened is when I moved on to the job I'm in now and left that previous job, I still had some PTO days that I hadn't used, and it was like I could have taken them when I had COVID
Yeah.
and actually slept and not had to take all the
Yeah.
meds just to be okay. So it's like you live and learn, but just like I think how they have the policy now that you're describing it is a lot better because
Oh
for
yeah.
someone
It
like
used to
me,
be because yeah, when you were working there, it was combined sick and PTO, and it still is, but they added the wellness days to cover because they still wanted advance warning, like for the sick time back
it's
then,
like
and
what are you
you
gonna
had
do?
like
Be like, I plan to get COVID next week? Like
right. So it's like I don't know if it was like 24 hours in advance or something
oh,
if they wanted to know or what the rule was, but and then there would be like a certain number of days that they'll let you get call out day of before they start writing you up.
yeah.
But they added in the health and wellness days so that it's like specifically for sickness, and you don't have to use it for sickness. So you can use it like a regular PTO day. Like
Okay.
I could use it for a doctor appointment. The difference is the PTO works in segments of 4 hours, and health and wellness days is only 8 hours. So you can either take a half day off or a full day off with regular PTO. So I could take a half day off for a doctor appointment or whatever.
Okay.
But with health and wellness days, it's like full day off. But, if I have an appointment in the middle of the day that, I can't really take a half day off one way or the other, then I could just use a health and wellness day to cover it. I could also just use it for a mental health day to just lay at home and do nothing or go do something fun. But, they don't check what you're using it for and they don't really care. It's just there so that you can call out day of if needed.
That's fair. I mean, even for a mental health thing, mental health things can arise day of too. So yeah,
that's true.
Perfectly fair to have it set up that way. Yeah, I always was one type of way that I would handle it, which I don't know. It depends on which workplace it was because it was different with every workplace. But some of them, I'd just be like, all right, I'll just take a half day for this appointment, or I'll just take a couple hours off for this appointment. If it was a schedule, I could take a couple hours. But something that I tended to forget and why I always now allow a lot of extra buffer. I took a whole day off for 2 appointments the other day with sick time, and I'm really glad I did because I forget this in between visits. But doctor's offices, dentist's office, they keep you waiting forever sometimes. And it is so extremely stressful if you've only taken
in the waiting room for 45 minutes and then they finally bring you in and then you wait another half an hour for anybody to see you.
And as it turned out, when I went to the dentist, I took a whole day for the doctor and the dentist. And I was like, I'm totally not going to need this. I'm totally going to feel bad about this. But I want to be careful just in case, because you never know. And sure enough, I had a cavity and the whole schedule was rolled back because now they were like, oh, we could schedule it some other time. I was like, I don't want to keep taking sick time. Can you possibly do it today? And so they're like, okay. But then I had to wait a full hour for the appointment for the filling, and then they forgot to do my cleaning that I originally came in for because the full first appointment was to find anything wrong, and they instantly found a cavity. And so then we went and I waited another hour for them to work me back into the cleaning schedule because their schedule was off now, which to be fair, they're really, 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 really nice about working me in day of and finding an opening there for me. Fantastic service. I'm definitely going back there because they were so nice about the whole thing. But yeah, it took a lot longer than I thought. And I am super, super glad I took the whole day for the 2 appointments, even though it felt really extravagant at the time, because now I don't have to bother my work with a second sick request. It's all over with.
Yeah, whenever I'm doing an appointment, it's I'll try to stick it in the afternoon sometime. And then I'll take a half day off because it's so much easier to just get off at 11:30 and be like, okay, cool. I've got the whole rest of the day. My appointment's at 1:00. I can just take my time, get ready, go, and not have to worry about rushing back to get back to work.
Yeah.
Because if I schedule in the morning, there's no telling what time it's going to be done, if I'm going to be back in time to work a full 4 hours or how that's going to work. So
the things that we do with our schedules to make them work.
Oh yes. Yeah, my appointment tomorrow is going to cover a lot of bases because I'm going to be going over not just my ADHD meds, but trying to get a lot of referrals for things like a GI specialist, and I'm going to talk about adenomyosis and what else? Oh my goodness, there was a whole list. I've got to get some blood work for my insurance because they need proof that I had a physical every year to not pay the extra. Is it through WellWorks?
Mine is a different insurance company, but it's a very similar program there. You have to get the yearly physical to get the amount off. Yeah. I was writing it. It's funny, I'm given the benefit of going for a physical that's covered every year, but I wasn't using that benefit because I am just so scared of going to the doctor and getting blood work done. Just live in fear of it. But then I went and I was like, oh, That was not horrible, but it was just I was remembering my last bad experience where I almost fainted, like with a needle going
Yeah.
into the skin.
Yeah.
It happens once, it scares you for a while, so you have to make a new,
For sure.
better experience to kind of reset that. And yeah,
Right.
better now.
All right. Well, I should probably get going so I can get some rest, fight off the rest of this cold. Hopefully, be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed first thing tomorrow to get my 8 hours of work in to 4 hours.
Yay!
All right. Well, thanks once again for joining. Next week is what is today? 20th, 27th. I should be free to stream if you are.
Yeah, looks like that is good for me as well.
All right. And we will see you next week for more productivity.
See you then.
Bye.